All right, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be doing a kind of a quick walkthrough showing how to put a leveling kit on a newer Silverado. This kit would be the same for late 07 up to, I believe, 19. Pretty much everything that has the coil spring in the front is going to have these kits. Now there's two kits, either the one that would go above the coil, the strut right up here, and that would drop it down 1 inch to 3 inches depending on what kind you get. There's also a different kit that goes right down here underneath the strut and spaces the lower control arm down. That is the kit that we're going to be putting on today. Just this little guy here. This is a really easy way to get your vehicle to sit level. And the main reason you want to do that is so if you take a look at the ride height, we're right at 36 inches from ground to the wheel opening. And if you go to the back, just over 38 and a half. Nice thing about doing these lower kits, with these you actually don't even need to unbolt the strut from the frame. So you could actually leave all that attached. Just loosen up take the two bolts out of the bottom of the strut and pry the control arm down, and it goes right on. So first step is we're gonna jack it up, pull the wheels off, and then we'll go from there. All right, so then the two lower strut bolts are each 15s. Zip those two out. What I do is I loosen the two 10s on either side that hold the sway bar bracket in place. This is gonna make everything move a lot easier. So then, this guy is gonna go right in here underneath the strut. So I'm gonna put the camera down, but you gotta pry down on the suspension, slide it in underneath, and stick the new bolts up through. Now, something to note as well, also depending on what size spacer you're gonna run, you will have to disconnect the upper control arm from the knuckle. So as you can see, that's as far down as that'll go. That is not enough room. So depending what size spacer you get, you might have to take the 18mm nut off here and then break the upper control arm free from the knuckle, which would then let the lower control arm drop pretty far down. And I'll show you that in a minute. So like such. Pry the control arm down, lift the strut up just a little bit, spacer goes in, bolts go down, nuts on the bottom, then we tighten it up, put it back together. And one quick tip, if you try to put the upper control arm in and try to put that nut on and the ball joint seems to spin, you're gonna wanna get a pry bar, hold pressure down as hard as you can with the jack up under the lower control arm, and then tighten it up and it will tighten just fine. All right guys, and well, there you have it. Wheels back on. Ride height now, 38 in the front, 38 in the back. There it is. All in all, it is probably right about, I'd say, 45 minutes to an hour of a job. So, I mean, that is with, of course, electric impact gun, and of course having the right tools ready to go up front. There is nothing special you need for this. 15mm socket, 10mm socket to drop the sway bar, which isn't entirely necessary, but it does make things a lot easier. 18mm wrench, of course your lug nut socket to get the wheels off, and then, you know, put it back together. That's it. Thanks for watching.